Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Transparent Podcast.
Shout out to him again too, man. The dude right here, bro, because
my dog, Transparent Podcast, the best podcast.
Everybody go follow transparent_podcast_co.
Living my best life, I mean the best life, and I hope she knows she lost the champion, little bitch, I'm trophy holding.
We have a very, very special guest with us today. Hey man, could you introduce yourself to the viewers, let them know your name and where you're from?
What's going on, guys? My name is Curtis Williams. I go by Will. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm out here living my best life in Poland, Poznań to be exact.
Sweet. Hey, I appreciate you. On camera, I wanted to say that to you, Will. Man, we got a good podcast coming for y'all today. Definitely go mix it up. So once we get into the questions, you'll see a little bit of different angle, live from the chair. And yeah, we'll get into it, but first, can you also tell them what is it that you do?
I'm a barber. I'm a barber slash hairstylist. The important part of that is I am the only Black American barber in this beautiful city of Poznań, located in Poland. So it's an awesome adventure out here.
Sweet. Well, we'll get right into it. We'll see you guys in a second.
All right, you want me to pick it up and then sponge it out also?
Yes, please. All right, guys. So we'll start it off, kick it off. So Will, could you kind of just let everyone know just a little bit of your background growing up? Just give them a little brief of your upbringing on where you was from, and then just kind of lead into how you got out here.
Okay, cool. So like I said in the intro, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. And the belly of the beast. I'm a '90s kid, '80s baby. So I came up in the era of Cash Money, Young Money, well, Cash Money, Lil Wayne, all that kind of stuff. But where I'm from, like that was the highlight of life. That's all we knew. Being from the South and just being affiliated with music, the music scene and stuff like that. So for me, also being from New Orleans, it being the birthplace of jazz music, learning how to play instruments, learning just music in general was equivalent to being in Europe and knowing how to speak multiple languages. So at an early age, you started just learning how to play music, learning how to love music, learning having a passion for music. So just kind of fast forward into how that transpired into me becoming a barber and loving what I do and having a passion for it. For me, it was just being a creative person. So that's just something that I've always done. I've always had the opportunity to do things that I love and just find my creativity in whatever I was doing. So that's not my whole story, but basically just excuse me, just how I got into where I am now, and that's the beginning and the end. But like in the middle is a whole bunch of fun stuff, whole bunch of stories and adventures also.
Cool. Well, I do appreciate that. So, do you remember I don't know if you have like an earlier early like childhood memory, but do you remember when you first picked up like a set of clippers and like, you know, you was actually able to cut on someone or to give them like a first haircut?
So, for me, it was actually in high school. I've always had a steady hand. I've always felt like when I can see something, I'm a visual person. So that's just kind of where it started off. Me cutting the homies, you know, before we were going out and stuff like that. It was always cool to be able to get in a quick cut, whatever. But it was more so just something to do, right? Okay. So for me, what allowed me to take it serious was once I realized that I was going to be going to school, off to college. I wanted to have something that I could just have for myself and not have to worry about working a 9 to 5 or just working for somebody, and I could do my own thing. So before I left to go to school, I went to barbering school. And I decided that I was just gonna have that as my background, backup, whatever you want to call it. You know, my little side hustle while I was in college. So that's what I did, and I don't know, it was just always something that I enjoyed doing. Yeah. So I went to school for engineering, and everything just kind of like fit right in with that. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just a creative person. I've always been that way. So it was just something that I love doing. I never had any aspirations of actually being in a barbershop. I just love doing it. So yeah.
I appreciate that. So seeing that, you know, you've always been like a creative and everything, you know, you got a lot of experience, you know, since high school cutting. Would you have like a guesstimate on to, I guess, how many cuts you've done until you realize like, okay, like I'm a like open my own shop and like go all, like how many cuts I guess do you think you have
Well, over that time frame, oh man, it's well over 500, 600, like easy. Wow. I'm not a spring chicken, so like I've been around for a minute, right? Yeah. So
around the way?
yeah. So for me, it was always just being able to have what I needed as far as my tools with me wherever I was going, and just have something just in case I needed to, you know, make a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there, or whatever, or just for whatever reason, I just always had it with me. So I want to say I didn't really actually start taking it serious until oh gosh, I want to say I was in Germany because I'm also veteran as well. I was stationed in Germany and around COVID time, and that was a big deal, because in Germany we didn't know how to react to everything else that was going on, so we kind of had our own type of rules and stuff like that. Nothing that was put in place by us, but we kind of just had to follow what they thought it was going to be like. So
Exactly.
while in Germany, like I want to say the very beginning of 2020, when they realized that it was something serious, that's when they decided that, okay, we're going to put restrictions on everybody and stuff like that. But
You still have to show up to first formation with a haircut.
Okay.
Lock us down on base, close the PX, close the barbershops, close everything, close the commissary. You can't leave posts, and everything on the outside of base is closed also. So what are you gonna do? Well, me being the hustler that I am at heart, I saw opportunity, right?
Yep.
So I'm living in the barracks, NCO barracks, and I had all of my gear with me, all of my stuff. So I was one of the first soldiers to start cutting hair on the barracks and on post. And I was in the barracks with 400 other soldiers. Ooh. So you can imagine for 4 or 5 months on restriction, them not really knowing what's going on and how to do this and how to do that. But they know that we still got to follow the standards of, you know, being in regulation when it comes to haircuts. So yeah, I looked at that and said, hey, you know what? Let me turn my room into a little shop. You know, everybody got the same schedule. Get up in the morning, go to work, come home, go to the gym, go get something to eat. get back to the room. It's time to start cutting hair. So I want to say about 4 or 5 months straight. No days off. We couldn't leave post, so it was just, hey, that's what it's gonna be. So my bedroom was a revolving door for clients coming in to get a haircut, and for me, that's just kind of like how I fell back into loving what I had as a hobby, and making it something that I can build off of. So following that, well, I got out of the military and decided that I wanted to move to Poland. I moved here to Poland to go to school also, just because life was it's a whole lot easier, in my opinion, being able to be in a different country and experience all the everything that doesn't involve the United States for whatever reason. I saw the opportunity for me to continue to follow in what I was doing out here with cutting hair, and before I knew it, because I came out here in April of 2021,
Okay.
and April 2021, I was out here and I enrolled in the school, but school didn't start for me. The semester didn't start until October, so I had the whole summer to figure out life, and it was. It was cool. I was able to, kind of get outside and, do some things and see some things and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? I probably need to find something to do instead of finding some trouble for me to get into. So I decided to, try to find other people in the area that needed haircuts and stuff like that and try to pick that back up. And it worked. Like, it was something that was definitely needed. And but I never knew to the severity of how it was, with not having barbers like me for people out here like me also. Because it's very, very, very few and far between, but, it's just something great to have because, you go anywhere in the world, there's going to be somebody that needs a haircut. So,
Exactly. Man, I really like how you broke all that down, and how you said that you took advantage of the opportunity of not being people not being able to go out during that time, be able to do all the normalities and just go get a haircut, go get food, go get
yeah.
just going out. I want to ask you too. Could you just explain how important is it, especially for like young men, to have either a trade or something they good at, just in their back pocket, and knowing that they always can, if they put, the effort in and the work, that they can take that and, be able to make a living off, whatever it is that they're good at. And I guess just kind of breaking down, the importance of, just having something that's going to, be able to sustain you through, like even, those periods of life or, pandemic, if I can use that word.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's extremely important, because it's not just being able to, like you said, have something in your back pocket to fall back on and stuff like that, but like you're betting on yourself, for the most part, like, and for me, how I take it, like, I can go anywhere and be successful, just because of what I have in my back pocket. Am I able to do other things? Absolutely, but I know for sure that I won't have to worry about if I'm going to eat the next day, or if I'm going to have money to pay my bills and stuff like that, because I always have something that I can fall back on, and that leads to having a certain level of confidence within yourself. Also, you don't have to live your life with it being in somebody else's hands. You can take charge and do things for yourself, and that's a part of life in general, but especially as being a man, you want to be able to say, I can provide for myself, because we're not guaranteed anything in this world but to live, die, and pay taxes, so that's how I see it, man. But it's extremely important, and like I said, the biggest thing that I take from it is being able to have
that certain level of confidence about yourself and being able to take care of yourself also. You know, it's a big deal.
Yeah, man. No, really, I really like how you broke that down as well. And, like you said, especially, being a man out here, you gotta provide. So, I like when he pointed out that, it could put you in a position to where like, you don't have to rely on anybody else and you can just go make it happen. But, like you said, what comes with that is that, like you said, that believing in yourself, that self-confidence, and, like you said, betting on yourself.
Yeah.
So, and that's a real good point. And, I wanted to ask you as well, since being a barber, obviously you've done a lot of cuts and everything. Could you just talk, just in short, a little bit about, because maybe there might be someone out there looking to potentially open a shop or something of their own one day.
Okay.
For any barbers out there, I guess, could you just explain to them a little bit of like the business side and maybe the things that, not everybody sees as far as like, not necessarily all the legalities, but kind of the process of even having a business and making it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I would say the biggest thing that I've realized over my tenure in being a barber and being able to work for myself, provide for myself, stuff like that, and turning it into what I have now is my own business out here.
The biggest thing is not necessarily just the rules and the regulations and the legality of everything and stuff like that, because it's different all over the world. But the person that you are as that business owner, the person that you are as that barber, the person that you are as the person as somebody who provides that service, you got to stand on with who you are, and it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that. I don't have a life. I do have a life. Don't get me wrong. I have a life, but it's very difficult for me to have a life of just being outside and having fun with the guys and stuff like that, going here, going there, because I'm the guy everybody wants to come to before they go out. So,
That is true.
I'm a very, very important, vital piece to the lifestyle of a lot of people.
Especially out here.
Exactly, especially out here, So you got people who had a client told me, he said, you have to understand, bro, like, I make my schedule based off of what your availability is, because I'm not going anywhere looking crazy about a head. I'm like, hey, I got it. And, that's a certain level of responsibility that you have to be able to meet. Not just because, everybody's asking for it, but like, if you're going to stand on your business, stand on on your own, like, that's what comes with it. It comes with the territory.
So, just being able to have that level of discipline to say, you know what, I don't have my first client until 1:00 in the afternoon, but I said that I'll be in the shop at 9:00 in the morning. You need to be here. That's a part of having that responsibility, because you don't know who's going to walk in. You don't know what client or potential client you may run into, and having those types of things and standing on your word, like, that means a lot, but the beauty of it is, which is a double-edged sword, you don't have anybody to check that. So you have to be able to check yourself. And sometimes, that might cause a few things if you want to go out and stay out late. Remember, you got to be in, and there's nobody to tell you that you can or can't do it, but, that's up to you.
So, yeah, I like that, because pretty much you said, like, once you decide to open your own business, like, you the person part, you the business owner, you the boss, and like I said, it's having that self-discipline and knowing your set schedule, what time you need to be in, what time you need to be out, and man, so just a little bit too. So how is it just balancing the schedule with trying to block off time for cuts and then block off time because you got to recharge and you still have a life.
Yeah. So I'm not. I would say I'm a bit different. Like, I'm not saying everybody should be like this or you can be like this, but for me, like, I technically consider myself as a robot. not really, but just figuratively.
Mm.
So when I set myself up and I say I'm going to do something, like I get in that mode and I go. That's my motivation. You know, like yeah, exactly. I'm locked in. I'm focused. You know, so for me, it does. I have my times and my moments where I need to get out. I need to you know get out of the shop and go out and go do this and kind of refresh, refit, whatever, relax and stuff like that. But it for me, it doesn't take much, At like if it's it can take me, I go out or I get like 4 hours of sleep and I'm ready to go. So that's how I feel about being in here. Also, like if I get 4 hours of just time to myself and not having to worry about cutting hair or talking about hair and stuff like that, then I can get back locked in and focus on not just cutting hair but also growing my business as well.
Wow. And speaking on growing a business, could you talk about too, especially it's 2023 going into 2024. How has especially social media in this day and age like helped with you, and then how do you think it helps with barbers being able to advertise their art, their skill, and their craft? Like how big do you feel it is a part of your business, and do you feel that I don't know the pros and cons of social media, especially with being a barber and being able to show off your cuts?
With social media, that is the era that we're in. So the biggest thing that I've learned from social media when it comes to being a business owner is actually utilizing it as utilizing it for what it's for, to promote your business. And it's very, very difficult sometimes because you can also get off track if you see something that has nothing to do with anything and then you're scrolling for 20, 30 minutes, like that. Everybody's guilty of that, So it takes that discipline to be able to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And just being able to organize it and plan it out as well to make it fit to what how you want it to be, because that's basically how the world judges you in this modern age, right? Like they don't know you from a can of paint, but if they go to your social media, whatever it is, and what they see, they basically, this is who you are based off of your social media. So I feel like it's extremely important to just stay focused on what you're doing and find exactly what works for you and not deviate from that plan, because anybody and everybody can see it all over the world. And all it takes is one person to see something, put something else out there, and now it's, like you can't take it back.
Yeah.
Once
It's on that magical internet. Ain't no
Yep.
telling where it's at. Man. And then lastly, I just wanted to ask too, going into 2024, what are just some of your, personal or business goals that, you have set for yourself? And then, could you close it out too with just, what's some words of advice that you have for, young barbers out there just, you know, trying to get started?
Yeah.
Or maybe they, picking up a pair of clippers for the first pair of clippers for the first time, and they're, looking to cut like, just like some of your goals, and then kind of just, just what's some just general advice to those young aspiring barbers out there?
Absolutely, absolutely. So for me, I like I said, I stay focused. That me being able to be focused on what I'm doing, like that's a very, very big deal for me. And I also have the ability to see where I am going to be, not where I want to be, but where I'm going to be a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And I do what's called backwards planning. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before or whatever, but
Okay.
that's something I learned in my time in the military, when you're able to see something of where you want to be and plan backwards from that particular point. And being able to say, okay, if I want to be a millionaire, this is what it's going to take for me to be a millionaire, and then plan backwards to where you are in that current, in your current stage now. So my goals, I'm trying to take over. You know, like I understand what's coming down the pipeline here in Poznań with just the different things that's going on with life and just how it's growing in this particular city in general. And I am going to be the pioneer of how men's grooming is what the standard is for men's grooming here and moving forward. So I have some really big plans, and they are very outside of the box, very unconventional, but that's because it's geared to being here in Poland versus being back in the States. So, but yeah, it's a lot of exciting things that's gonna be coming down for myself, man. And I can't wait to get to it. But I give you a brief overview of the one big thing that I have that I'm working on. I'm gonna build a mobile barbershop. I'm gonna have a mobile barbershop. Having a mobile barbershops in the States are very popular. Out here in Poland, not at all. Like, not at all. It's Poland is probably about 20 to 25 years behind in the times compared to how modern it is when it comes to being compared to the United States. So any and everyone that I've ever talked to about having a mobile barbershop that don't know anything about it, it's like they're hearing it for the first time ever in life. And for me, that's going to be something that I know is going to be extremely successful because it'll just be an extension of what I have going on right now. And how that's going to grow is because the hair industry or the hairstylist industry in Poland is extremely large. However, let's say you have one hair salon, one barbershop, and they might have about 10 barbers or 10 hairstylists in that particular shop, but they want to have their own. But they don't know how to get to their own. They don't have the means to be able to do that. Me having a mobile barbershop and being able to grow that from having one to having 6 or 7 and being able to franchise those out to different hairstylists and barbers, they can go wherever they want to do their own thing, you know, but they all still have to fall under my umbrella. So it's, you know, I don't want to give too much away, but you know, it's definitely something that is gonna
change a lot.
Exactly. It's gonna be able to change a lot, and just for myself being able to have a mobile barbershop, like that'll allow me to get outside of the barbershop itself. I can go pull up to different posts here and there in Poland, go to Germany, pull up there or whatever, and you know, be able to give that service that's that is not capable of being you're not capable of getting because you're just in a very remote location and it's nothing there, you know, whatever. So, but yeah, I got a lot of things that's gonna be up my sleeve that's coming out of pipelines over the next few years, man. But like I said, my biggest goal is just being able to be one of the pioneers or the pioneer for the standards of hair grooming out here for men, and allowing them to understand that, you know, it's all right to take care of yourself. You don't have to come every other month to come and get a haircut. You can come two times a month, you know, and you look good, you feel good, you know.
It is.
I know y'all know what that slogan is. So, but as far as the advice that I would give to young barbers or young guys who are inspiring to become a barber, find a passion in it. Find a passion in it, and that's just with anything, not just necessarily barbering, but anything that you feel like you want to do. Find your passion in it because that's going to be your motivator to keep going when times get hard. And when it comes down to being a barber, like, it's going to be times where you're sitting and you don't have clients. You know, you're going to be sitting in the shop or sitting whatever. You're just gonna, you know, things is going to be rough for you, but you got to find your love in it, because once you find your love in it, then it's, you know, it's not something that you have to do. It's something that you want to do. So that would be my biggest thing, man, because it's not for everybody, but the people who it's for, they understand. They know, like, if I didn't have to pay bills, make money, live the lifestyle that I want to live and I can do this for free, I absolutely would, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, that's just how I feel about it. But unfortunately, we gotta pay bills, so, you know, that's how life goes.
Yeah, and I like what you said too, because you know, the good thing for you is like, you know, you found that passion, that love for it, and now it's like when you go to work, it, like you said, it, even if you know, you wasn't getting paid for it, it's like, this is what I love to do, you know? So now that's the ultimate, that's like the new American dream. So, you know,
Exactly.
you're gonna love going to work, and then especially when, you know, your position is working for yourself, where, you know, you got complete control.
Exactly.
You got control over every aspect of it. So that's really good, man. I really appreciate all that. We're going to definitely close out this podcast in a little bit, but I do want to just say on camera, man, you share some gems and nuggets, and I do appreciate you, you know, giving a little bit of words of advice to those young, you know, hungry, you know, aspiring barbers out there, or, you know, if they're a barber out there now and just trying to, you know, really, you know, switch that gear and go all the way in. So.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. Anytime, man. That's a part of the job description, man. Being able to sit and talk with any and everybody about any and everything, man. You know, so it's a part of the experience.
It is. Because we come to Christian. Mixed it up a little bit today. Gave you guys the podcast mainly from the chair, which was cool. First time doing that, so I appreciate that.
Anytime, man.
And just closing it out for everybody out there. Just let them know if they want to, you know, tap in, keep up, check out the cuts. If they happen to be visiting Poland, just where can they tap in with you? You got any links, anything you?
Absolutely. So on all social media platforms, it's Kings, KINGZ, Kings with a Z _ barbershop _ POZ. Kings Barbershop Poznań. But that's on every platform. Also, I have a website as well. You can Google my website for if you try to make an appointment, or if you just want to look at a little bit more of the history behind how I started out and stuff like that. And also, what I'm going to do for you is everyone that can come, if you're in Poznań and you need a haircut or whatever, if you mention this podcast, mention this video, 50% off on your haircut.
Wow.
Alright, so I'm looking out for y'all because a man here is looking out for me, and that's how we do it out here.
Man, I appreciate that,
No
man.
problem,
Let me
man.
shake on camera.
Absolutely.
Hey, so
Absolutely.
man, y'all heard it. 50% off. You gotta mention the, you seen it here first, man.
Exactly.
That's definitely good looks. I really appreciate that. And Will, I just want to say on camera, man, I thank you for the cut. Thank you for the podcast. I know they're gonna love this, enjoy it, and like I said, tap in. You got a link, website, everything, website on the page.
Everything. So the website, if you Google King's Barbershop Poznań, my information will come up, and all of my social media links is attached to that as well. So very easy to find. But like I said, if you're coming out here to Poznań in Poland, come check me out. Come see what we got going on over here.
That's it. Well, everyone, we want to thank you for tuning in and watching yet another episode of Transparent Podcast, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.